It was back last October, I believe it was. We was going to hold a tent service off at this college town, and we got there about dinner time on Saturday. And different ones of us, all get us a mouthful to eat before that we set up the tent. So we jumped down off the truck and followed this bunch of people into this little bitty patch of woods there. And we kept on going up through there, and pretty soon we come up on a sign that said, "Get something to eat here." Well, I got me 2 hot dogs and a big orange drink. I did. And before I could take a mouthful of that food, this whole raft of people come up around me, up like, and got me to where I couldn't eat nothing, and I dropped my big orange. Well, we kept on moving up through there, and pretty soon we seen a sign that said North Gate. We went right on through that gate. Kept moving on up through there. Pretty soon we come up on a young boy, and he said, "Ticket, please." I said, "Friend, I don't have a ticket. I don't even know where it is that I'm a-going." Well, he said, "Come out as quick as you can." I said, "I'll do it. I'll turn right around the first chance they get." We kept on moving up through there. Pretty soon they got to where they was going because they parted, and I could see pretty good. I could. And I looked down there and I seen this whole raft of people sitting on these 2 banks and looking at one another across this pretty little green cow pasture. And somebody had wrote white lines all over and drove posters in it, and I don't know what all. And I looked down there and I seen 4 or 5 convicts running up and down and blowing whistles. And I also saw these pretty girls wearing these pretty dresses and dancing around. And so I thought I'd stay and see what was going to happen. I looked down there, and I seen 30 or 40 men come running out of one end of a great big outhouse down there, and that other side, they got up and hollered. Yeah. And I looked down there, the other end of that outhouse, 30 or 40 men come running out, and this bank full, they got up and hollered. And I looked at the fellow sitting beside me, and I said, "Friend, what is it that they're hollering for?" Well, he whopped me on the back and said, "Buddy, have a drink." I said, "Well, I believe I will have another big orange." And so I went and got it. I got it, I came back and sat down to see what was going to happen. And I looked down there and I seen that those men had gotten in 2 little bitty bunches down there, real close together. And they voted. They voted, elected 1 man apiece. And those 2 men come out in the middle of that cow pasture and shook hands like they'd never seen one another in a long time. And a convict come running out there to where they were. He took out a quarter, and they commenced the odd manning right there. Well, pretty soon I seen what it was as odd manning for. It was that both bunches full wanted this funny-looking little pumpkin to play with. And I know, friends, they couldn't eat it because they kicked it the whole evening and it never busted. Well, it turned out that one bunch got that pumpkin and the other bunch got so mad. And I seen that that evening, friends, the awfulest fight I'd ever seen in my life. They would run at one another and kick one another and throw one another down and stomp on one another, grind their heels into one another. And I don't know what all. And as soon as one would get hurt, they'd tote him off and run another one on. Well, they did that as long as I sat there. But pretty soon this boy that had said, "Ticket, please," he come up to me and he said, "Friend, it is that you're going to have to leave because you don't have no ticket." And I said, "Well, all right." And I got up and left. And I don't know, friends, to this day what it was they were doing down there. But I have studied about it. And I think that it's some kindly of a contest to where they see which bunch full of them men can take that pumpkin and run from one end of that cow pasture to the other without getting knocked down or stepping in something. I thank you.